Hello YouTube, this is a mathematical definition of logic by rule of logic. I am making this video as a video reply to Orthodoxy '07's Can Atheists Explain Logic? Before I actually explain logic, I would like to raise a couple of issues I had with this video. First, why are you asking atheists to explain logic? That's kind of nonsensical. It's like me asking people with brown hair to explain differential equations, or people who live in the Eastern Hemisphere to explain astrophysics, or just something like that. It's like asking a construction worker to explain quantum mechanics. There's no correlation. Why not ask a mathematician or a logician to explain logic? Kind of makes sense. You wouldn't ask a guy working at like a Chinese restaurant a question about biology. It's just kind of nonsensical. Second, he asserted that atheism is a worldview. Atheism is not a worldview. It is an attribute. It's like saying that being fat is a worldview, or being tall is a worldview, or having green eyes is a worldview. Atheism is not a worldview, it is an attribute. There can be worldviews sort of based around it, but like I said, it itself is not a worldview. One thing I found particularly offensive about his video was he asserted that Nazism and communism are atheistic worldviews. Nazism has nothing to do with atheism. If anything, Nazism has more to do with Christianity than atheism. There are two really good books on the subject. One is called The Holy Reich by Richard Steigman Gall, and the other one is Hitler's Pope by John Cornwell. The first of the two goes to show how Hitler tried to impose Christianity on Nazi Germany. One of the really obvious ways was by changing the motto of the Wehrmacht, or German army, to Gott mit uns, or literally translated, God with us. The full text to that book will be available in the details of this video. The second book, Hitler's Pope, explains the connection to the rise of Nazism in Germany and Pope Pius XII, focusing on the Reichskonkordat, which was a treaty between Germany and the Holy See, which gave the Catholic Church control of the German education system, among other things, in return of papal backing for the Nazi Party. It was instrumental to the rise of the Nazi Party as it eliminated the Catholic Center Party and ordered many of the former members to become Nazi supporters. The Center Party was obviously the Catholic political party in Germany before it became Nazi Germany. And they had so much support and were getting so many voters that just by existing, they were blocking the Nazi takeover. Had the Reichskonkordat not been signed by Pope Pius XII, Hitler probably never would have risen to power. Anyway, the definition of logic is actually so simple it only takes one slide, but anyway, the simplest form of logic is a Boolean value, true or false. The Boolean data type is easy to define. In fact, only one line worth of mathematics is needed to define logic. I have chosen Haskell as the language in which I will define logic, and logic is defined as follows. Data Boolean equals true or false. That's it. Logic has nothing to do with the lack of or presence of any gods, and logic is independent of any sort of worldview. Logic simply is.